Hey guys, Mikey the 732 Review Crew back with Frieren Season 2, Episode 3. Last time on Frieren, we had a nice little introduction and remembrance of the hero of the South. And kind of learned a lot about why Frieren did what she did in terms of joining the party, and a lot of demon history was pretty cool to learn, especially in regards to the Demon King and his 8 Sages of Destruction, as well as his Seer. So it's pretty cool to learn about that. I'm very excited to jump into this, so thank you for joining me. If you like some Frieren vibes, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join me for some episodes. Make sure you like the video, and we're starting this one in 3, 2, 1. We have full ends on Patreon, and go check them out. Stark is getting tall. The budget is definitely different. Anime has come so far. Having fluid emotion during conversations is like a big thing. Naruto. Yo, this Loki gives that Naruto. Oh. Let's make our own, Stark.
そういえば、祖父に聞いた話なのですが、裏手の山には秘湯があると言っていました。
エトバスさんの秘湯だね。ご存知なのですか？それこそ残っているかどうか。どうしたんですか？シュタルク様。
Oh, it's part of the story of that you learned.
思い出した。フリーレン、俺行ってみたいかな。エトバスさんの人。
Huh.
労力に見合わないと思うよ。だって。
せっかくここまで来たんだから行ってみようぜ。
It's the adventure, Frieren.
まあいいか。シュタルクが行きたいって言うのなら行こうか。
Oh! Good cut. That was a demon.
そろそろ人の近くだよ。ヒンメルたちとも人を目指してエトバスさんをさまよったからね。
That's why it reminds. Okay.
もう帰りたい。
俺も。
That's why Stark knows.
ちょっとだけだって言ったじゃないですか。
絶対何かあるんだって。
特に人までの道のりは難易度が高かった。厄介な魔物の縄張りを抜けないとたどり着けない。
What kind of monster?
早速お出ましか。
Oh! A dragon? A hydra?
竜じゃない。どちらかというとトカゲなんかに近いタイプの魔物だよ。時が経っているようですね。
That's so cool.
あの三つ首は同時に切り落とさないとすぐに再生。
A hydra. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, goddamn! Oh, I love it!
いい作戦があるんだ。
それってど。
Be the distraction, the frontliner. Alright, he gotta go. It's so unfair that they can fly.
再生されるからね。魔物がシュタルクを襲っている隙に攻撃するんだよ。それって。
He's bait. He's such a bait! Yeah! So why does the monster disintegrate? Is that this magic? I thought that was just a demon trait.
変でしたね。ね。次の町を目指した方がマシだったでしょ。
浅いな。
これじゃあ足湯ですね。だから割に合わないって言ったんだよ。
It's better than nothing.
でもいいんじゃねえか。これならみんな一緒に入れる。
Yeah. Wow. Look how mature he is.
いい景色ですね。ところでシュタルク様は。
師匠から聞いていたんだよ。
Yeah, he told him a story.
人はまさかの
He knows, oh my god.
実にくだらない冒険だ。仲間と共にしたくだらない冒険はどれもかけがえのない記憶として残っている。俺はあの景色が忘れられん。
きっと師匠と同じ景色が見たかったんだ。
I like that. Oh. Oh man. Can't they just fly down? Hyba?
若いのに温泉が好きなのね。
You two should go on a date.
暇になってしまいますね。
Date!
斧を研いでもらわないと。
だから私、明日暇なんですけど、
Brother.
構ってください。
She's so forward. So forward.
しなくたっていいだろ。
No, no, applaud that. Applaud that, Stark.
そんなに構ってほしいなら明日デートしようぜ。
I think she's gonna say yes.
わかりました。では明日。
She's so excited. She just can't show it. She's like, can't contain herself right now.
本。何この反応。
It's okay, brother. You'll learn, women. This one's really hard, though. This is like. What is this episode?
フリーレン、俺どうなっちゃうんだろう。
You're gonna go on a date.
シュタルク、誰に相談しているの？乙女心もバッチリだよ。
俺にデートしようって言われたらどう思う？
シュタルクも大人になったね。嬉しいからご飯おごっちゃうかも。
やっぱり参考にならねえよ。これ。
She's like,
完全に
Mom.
孫と遊びに
Yeah.
行くおばあちゃんの感覚だ。
クソババアに続いて2度目だ。3度目はないからね。
何そのカウント怖い。ちなみに3度目はどうなるんですか？
私は怖いよ。勇者ヒンメルでさえ恐れを。
I've never seen her have a tantrum. I'd love to see that. Okay. Oh no.
3日3晩ずっと泣いてる。
He's scared. He's trembling.
それでフェルンとデートするの？
やっぱなしって言える雰囲気じゃん。
Just take her to pastries.
フェルンが好きそうな。
Pastries!
聞いた俺が。
下見に行こうか。
え？
多分わかるかも。
She knows one thing. It's Fern.
ね。フェルンは小さい頃からつまみ食いが好きなんだ。
He's getting a nice little lesson.
フェルンは焼き。
Yes, pastries. She's come so far.
こういう物静かな広場も。
あ、フェルンのことよく知ってんじゃねえか。すごいなフリーレン。
私はすごくない。すごいのはハイターなんだ。ことあるごとにハイターは。
She didn't. Oh, she never picked up on them?
あの子の好きなものをほとんど見つけられなかった。
こうしてちゃんと覚えているじゃねえか。フリーレンは多分ちゃんと親をやれてるよ。
Mm-hmm. She's doing her best and she's doing it well, even if she can't learn the things that she wants.
シュタルクもいいことを言うね。カウントを1回分戻してあげる。
On down to 1. Let's go. Oh no. Hey, I need some date help.
デートに誘われてしまいました。
Aw.
フリーレン様はデートをしたことはありますか？あるよ。ですよね。
What? Fern, you're not listening.
あるんですか？
Come on.
彼と何をされたのですか？
あ
ヒンメルと一緒に迷い猫探しに出かけた。 それって依頼をこなしただけですよね。
Turn into more.
あのね、フェルン。気心の知れた異性と二人きりで出かけたら、それはデートになるんだよ。先生が言った。
I was gonna say, it does not sound right, but okay, Flama.
そういえば、ザインともデートしたな。
And also Stark. Oh, is she gonna pray to Itar? Wait, that was fast. Wow. Okay, I didn't think that was gonna be that. So episode's title being Somewhere She'd Like is makes sense now. So to discuss one thing first, I have to bring up, did they change the animation or something? Or are they trying to emphasize that Stark and Fern are older? Because there's certain things that seem different. I don't know if this is a different studio, but like some of the movements feel different, just more fluid, more pristine in terms of like, you know, it doesn't feel like it's 3D. It feels like it's anime, but just has 3D perspective versus like sometimes 3D animation occurs in earlier, like from like the 2010 to like 20 animes where they have like this 3D animation stuff that's I'm not too much of a fan of when it pops up. It doesn't feel like that. It feels very just natural. But it seems like they're doing like different things with the characters' faces too, which I mean they're allowed to. They're probably just doing the manga panels, but it's actually pretty cool. I like it, and it also gives the characters more character, more personality. Now speaking of personality, we get some development. Stark is growing up as a man, and we know this because we're watching him do it. I think he's a little taller. I don't know if I'm wrong or right. I think I'm just noticing he looks taller in some framings, but he is aware completely of the fact that it's just a like foot-soaking hot spring from his master stories. Because I mean, they are the protégés, students of Frieren's original party, so it's cool to see it come back and him know what's going on. But he wanted to have the journey, and he's understanding just like I'm understanding, and just like Frieren understands and Fern understands that it's never about the destination all the time. Like obviously the destination is the purpose of the journey, but if you don't enjoy the journey, it doesn't bring you together. Every great TV show that has a group of characters, especially characters that don't really know each other at first and get to know each other through the journey, ends up being fantastic. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender, for example, I'm going to compare to this, and it's you start off with a small group of characters and you snowball and you gain some and you lose some and you gain some and you lose some, and they maintain themselves in the universe of the show, so you can get some knowledge, like signs doing stuff, or the elf, I'm sorry I forgot his name, I could see his face, the elf priest, it would be doing his own thing, and maybe they join us for an episode or two and then they leave, but it adds to the journey, and the journey is so important because it shapes who we are. I mean, Fern is raised by a priest, and he's not like the most like true good version of a priest. Like, if you're going by D&D scaling, like true good, true evil, like, he's not truly that. He's like he drinks and he lawyers, and so Fern sees that, and well, first off, she's not raised by a woman or has any woman touch in her life for a while, and Fern can't even really be described too much as a fully a woman in the sense of like she doesn't interact like a normal human would with people. So Fern doesn't have that girly aspect that like fully shines out. She's shy and not, it's not emphasized. She's very reserved because of who she is and her upbringing. Whereas Stark, his upbringing and his raising is kind of just embracing being a manly man because he had a male figure in his life, multiple, but his master being the most recent makes it so, Eisen, and it's pretty cool to see that. Frieren on the other side had a master, Flamma, and as pretty much the female figure in her life, and it seems like it kind of convinced her that any one-on-one time with the opposite sex is a date. So she doesn't understand that quite yet, but she understood enough to know what to tell Stark, which is interesting. And it's interesting to learn, like, even though I thought that she learned and picked up on all these things for Fern, she just memorized them and is using them, which is great. It's a great thing, it's beautiful that she's doing that for Fern, but she never realized these things on her own, and she hasn't realized anything new. So that's where she falls short and needs help with it, or maybe she'll never achieve it, and it's part of just who she is or who elves are. But it's interesting to see that. The second half of the story with the planning of the date was cute. I mean, it's Fern. I love her being like, please give me attention. And then he's like, let's go on a date. And she's like, I don't, that's a lot of attention. And she wants to, but she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know, does she need to look prettier, in terms of, does she have like an outfit changed or makeup or hair different? Who knows? And I'm not saying she needs it. I'm saying, does she think she needs it? Because on the other side, we have Stark, who's just not sure what he wants to do. And he's not focusing on how he has to look right now or how she has to look. He's just like, I want to have a good time with her. So it's cute. And we've learned from watching her through this series that she likes trinkets and snacks and pastries and sweets and nice quiet areas and magic. So like, while Frieren has not, it feels like she hasn't learned about Fern. She has, and it's pretty cool to see that. I am wondering how I think the date's gonna go well, but like she's like a tsundere, I think it is, or maybe something else, maybe not fully a tsundere. But it's interesting to see because she's definitely a unique character from the sense of a female being raised by a male priest, and like the whole thing I said, where she's like more restraint and stuff, and it's just so interesting to see her developing and changing, just like it's taking her 15 plus years to change, just like it's taking hundreds of years for Frieren to change. So everyone moves at their own pace. Stark seems to move at a little bit more fast pace in terms of changing and adapting, but that's also, I feel like that's part of his backstory, is like with his brother and the tragedy and loss and having to adapt to his adversity in his life through the sense of other stuff, where Fern has kind of been a protege and also just kind of not used to adapting too much because she's been with just honestly two people in her life, and most of it has been a pleasant experience. There's been bad times. Now the Hydra was really cool. I love that. I'm pretty sure it was a Hydra. And I really enjoyed just the whole sense of this episode. The feel, it was interesting. I mean, they even made like a reference that we went to another town like this for her birthday. Like there's so many towns like this, and they come and go, and Frieren blinks in 30 years and one's gone. And she's like, that's barely any time, It's been 30 years since Himmel died. She can't keep track of these villages going away. And it's interesting to see her perspective on that. But also, it's fun to see her being humanized a little bit. If this was, Star Trek, Kirk would be like, Spock, your human side is showing, because her tantrum for 3 days was amazing to see. But thank you for joining me. I am super excited to see where these last 7 episodes go. So I'm Mikey. Check out the Patreon. Full support goes a long way. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy this. Let me know in the comments how you're liking it. And make sure you like the video too. All of that does really help boost the engagement, get me out there a little bit more as I do a solo journey through this. And I will say, I think in the first, like when I watched it with Mike, I wasn't fully sold on the Fern and Stark relationship yet because I didn't have enough time with them. And I said that I didn't feel like I had enough time with them, but we've added more episodes in and we've had more engagements, and I could see it, and I'm enjoying the relationship, but it's also frustrating because, as the viewer, we're like, Stark, just do this and that and you'll be fine. And it's never that easy because especially they're teenagers, they're learning. Thank you for joining me.